Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here. Welcome to some Fortnite with Skade.
Well, we're wiggity welcome.
That wasn't a very good phrase.
Wiggity welcome.
Say it again and I'm getting my baseball bat. And I'll make you go to the hospital.
Oh man, so good.
That won't hurt your leg though. I'll hurt your arm. By that I mean your
Aw.
writing arm. Though, though to be fair, I think I heard you say before you can write with both hands. I don't know. I think you said that sometimes you can write with both hands. I think. Did you?
Did I what?
Say you can write with both hands.
Sort of. It takes a bit more effort, but yes, just about.
Okay, so both arms it is.
Yep, probably for the best. Oh, god damn it, wait 1 sec. I'm back. Alright. And we're in already, let's go. Foxy Floodgate? What kind of name? Sounds like a weird club. Let's go to the Foxy Floodgate. Ooh, yes. I want to get frisky with you tonight, baby.
Don't say that again.
What a feel pulsating joy that is generated from this marvelous place.
What the hell did you just say?
Alright, I'm gonna quickly change my keybinds because I'm gonna change the E to F because I've been using F a lot more.
I'm debating on duct taping your mouth shut. Or stitching it shut. That's more painful.
So, how's it been going, everybody? How has life been treating you all?
You don't want to know.
No, I probably don't. You're right.
Been alright for me, a little hectic, but alright overall.
Good.
If you want to know, look and like the channel.
I will. Zoom, zoomity, zoom, zoom.
Also, Lamhead said they wanted to see you in the hospital if you were going.
Ooh, really? That's nice.
Yeah.
How kind of them. I've always wanted to see Lamb in a hospital. Wait, what? Wait, that sounds really bad. Sorry, Lamb.
Yes.
I don't mean actually. I don't mean see you in a hospital. I mean just like seeing you, even if it happens to be in a hospital. You know.
I doubt we were debating on whether the hospital you would go to would be the one they're at.
Well, they'd have to
Could be.
live in the same region. Or the same part of the country.
For sure. Come here. Anybody else here? Ooh. Ah. I don't have a sniper! Did you know that? I don't have a sniper. I'll piss off with your stupid building. You actually suck. Yeah, die, loser.
Have you considered looking in the mirror?
Nah. I'm stunning. What the fuck? Why did I get a since when do supply drops not give you, like, guns? I just got a supply drop. It literally gave me nothing. What's even the point?
It's kind of been that way forever.
Dude, no, it hasn't, Circuit. You're thinking of llamas. Loot llamas just never give you any weapons. But I've never had a supply drop not give me at least a gun.
Well, there's a
Oh,
chance. Well, there's a chance they don't give you guns. So if I remember that, like, it's been like that as long as I can remember.
This is stupid. I need a
Actually, better yet,
sniper.
shatter a mirror. I want to see you have bad luck for 7 years. The Celestial of Fate would be happy to make that luck 10 times worse.
I hate bots. Die. Ah!
You don't know that they're a bot.
They could be.
Yeah,
They should be.
You couldn't. You shouldn't go around telling players they're a bot.
Too late.
Have fun going to court. Someone's gonna sue you for defamation of character.
God. I like these rocket drills, they're quite neat. What do you mean out of fuel? I literally have fuel. Can I crash into somebody with a rocket drill? Let me see. Yes, I can, baby! Haha, loser. You die already, chump? Wow! It died! This game is great. From a scale of 1 to 5, how would you describe everything that we did? 3. I'm kind of neutral. That's already up again. I think Blue is still taking her time. Oh, there we go.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi,
Sorry.
Blue.
Hey,
I was
Blue.
finishing up a meeting. I'm sure Evan told you or didn't tell you.
Yeah, I'll cancel the thing. Get in when you can.
Okay, yep, 2 seconds. Guess what? With this computer, it goes so fast. It goes
Yay.
vroom vroom.
Yay.
That's what you want.
Yee. Yes. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Initializing. Waiting for game. Oh gosh, that reminds me so much of like that very last Black Mirror episode. Exit game.
Well, looks like I'm getting storms tonight, but, there's not, like, tornadoes aren't the main threat, which is at least good.
What is it, just like rain or wind or?
Mostly just hail and wind are the biggest threats.
The hail has been crazy. Some of these storms I was watching, like the live feeds of, they were showing like, baseball size hail. And can someone invite me by chance real quick? Like baseball size hail, and oh my gosh, like, can you imagine, Evan, like driving your car and baseball size hail, like pivoting, like, or hitting they're hitting your windshield and breaking your windshield, and you can't run from it because they'll pelt your head. Baseball size, like, and actually some of them have been bigger than baseball size.
Yeah, my sister got caught in hail in her car once. She found a place
I'm ready
to
to-
park under. She found a place to park under a thing so she wouldn't get hit.
Yeah, it's really, really, really dangerous.
We've gotten hail before, and it damaged our roof a bit, but we haven't had hail in a teeny bit. It doesn't.
Ready up, guys.
The weather here doesn't look too bad. It's clear as God.
There we go. My God, I hate this game. I literally clicked ready like 7 times. It didn't register it. Blue. After Fortnite Friday, when do you want to quickly meet?
It depends on the time. I've got to talk to my dad, so I'm gonna do that. I should be able to talk to you between that and the live stream.
Shall we talk? Oh my God, I keep forgetting about live stream. Are we still having our VOUT meeting today? Because that's gonna be
No,
half
because
an
it's
hour
during
after.
the live stream.
Right,
So
okay.
yeah, we're gonna have to reschedule. If
We
you want to
will-
post about that, I meant to like 3 times this morning, and I keep forgetting.
Okay, I may have to be a little bit late to that meeting.
Oh.
Because there's other stuff I need to do as well besides meet you. So.
Okay, well the live
Drop
stream
me
has to
message.
start on time, so that will be like that
Well, yeah,
we can meet and different time. But by the way, can you add that to the happening today? It's at 5
the
p.m.
live
EST.
stream. I don't expect the live. I mean, yeah, you didn't even have to clarify. I know a live stream is
Okay.
going to change its start time because I'm
Hey,
late.
Ren.
Hey, Ren.
There's
Ren.
a live stream.
Yeah, we're doing Abby is live streaming some TCG play today. So my understanding is it's super casual, super low key is what he was saying yesterday. So
What's the? I didn't need to make sure. So it's the live stream, and he's streaming TCG stuff.
yeah, it's
I wanted
TCG.
to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, you can just say Skade TCG live stream.
There we
Yep, perfect.
go. Dunzo.
I'm also hearing flooding is a concern with these storms, so I don't know if I want to be downstairs if that's going to be a threat.
Well, if the wind isn't going to be too bad, then maybe you'll be good to stay upstairs or stay.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
You don't want to chance your, computer getting wet and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, in fairness, right? Think about this. If it does flood in the basement, you've got a sweet new pool you can swim in.
Oh my
Huh?
god, Evan.
Snakes.
I'm sorry.
I think that's probably the last thing that Dusty would be thinking.
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
be like, "Oh my god, my
yeah.
house is flooding. My computer is gone."
Yeah,
I mean, you
I
save
don't
the
think
installation
Dusty's going to be
cost.
going to get his swimming trunks and his floaties and
You'll
his,
save
coconut drink.
You'll save all your money on the installation, on like the manpower involved in like design.
And this is where Dusty will say, "But what about mold, Evan? And what about
also, what about if a wall socket is exposed
You won't
and there's
have a rubber-
electrocution? Flooding, like damage, things that can't be repaired.
you won't have a
Electrocution.
rubber-
Electrocution.
I personally
Little things.
I think this is an actual win. I must say, I feel good things about this.
I feel yelling is about to happen, and it kind of
Yeah.
feels a little bit deserved. So
Mhm.
No,
Oh,
I think nothing to be even angry at. It's perfect. I'd be you
Just
know what,
ignore him.
I would be yelling at-
remember, Dusty. He's recently been homeless, and we had to listen to him be sad for a long time, and he's just back to normal. That's all this is.
Yeah.
What do you have? You have the goal to sail this because you've been homeless, and it's like you don't.
Yeah, Evan. Explain.
I love the way.
Come on, Evan. Explain.
It's more, it's more when you're no longer feeling all down and shitty about life. It's a lot easier.
He's able to be shitty to other people.
It's a lot easier to just sort of like
You have the
just
goal to
mess
do that,
around
Evan.
and just make fun. And yeah, I do have some audacity doing that. shit,
He's
but, you
trying
know,
to add a fun little happy spin
I'm
to
having-
the
I'm
fact
having
that
a
you might
fun
have
spin.
flooding, but you're probably not really in the mood for that because you're the
Well,
one whose house
Well,
might be flooded.
My area,
Totally.
I don't live in an area that floods, so like, I probably
You
would.
guys aren't ready for this.
Sorry.
Even more makes it, Evan. Jeez.
It's
Like I cut off my leg got cut off in the tree that collapsed and landed on the house, and Evan's like, "Oh, well now you only had to buy one shoe. No more pairs of shoes for you.
Well, this is the best part, right? Because like, well,
Let's
here's
find
thing.
the happiness in this, and hey, now
would be
you
like
can
if I
go
was-
and get mismatched shoes."
This would be like if I was homeless and Dusty's like, well, hey, like at least you got you don't have to worry about paying for rent anymore. You got a nice new like free environment to sleep in.
We're freezing. Oh, you don't have to worry about a heating bill.
Yeah. It's,
I'm starving. There's nothing to eat. Hey, you don't have to worry about a lot of toilet paper at the moment, then, do you?
Actually,
No,
I need to check the
exactly.
weather because
Perfect.
there's a possibility that weather could be headed to me.
It actually reminds me that one of the
These aren't
things
too
that
far
I
away.
did once. One thing I did once that I'm not very proud of and was quite embarrassing, but somewhat funny when he kind of saw the humor in it too. So I was in a call with Emeralds on Toast, and he was in one of his many Discord servers that he would join and like spend a few months in before leaving, whatever. So we were talking, and so I joined this Discord server, and it was one of his close friends that he'd made there. He'd known him for like a year and a half, but he'd started his own server, and he was there. So like Emerald was introducing me to this guy. And I don't know how the topic came up, but he casually mentioned like that he has like very short-term memory loss. And so I was like, wait, you have short-term memory loss? That's awesome, dude. And then like
Said that?
and then
It's like 10
Emerald-
second Tom.
And then like Emerald busted out laughing like incessantly. And then I was like wait. And he's like, actually, it's not funny at all. It's actually really scary. Like sometimes I'll appear in a room and not remember how I got there.
You should have said
Oh my
that.
god, he's 10 second Tom from 50 First Dates.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm
I
so
love that
sorry, I
movie.
didn't mean to laugh. And then he started laughing because I was like, it's got a best moment ever. I was like, you have short-term memory loss? That's amazing.
You know, I can.
Uh,
The person who drew y'all in the drawings you got did really good. I didn't think Evan's y'all drawings look nice.
See,
They're really good. Agreed. I gotta do mine. I'm trying to figure out what
Yeah,
photo I
house is
want.
full. It sounds like a pool to me. Yeah.
I need to change my skin as well.
Is the weather? Is there gonna be weather coming to me? I don't think there is. Is there?
Not that I've seen.
Okay, just making. I think from
Last
what I
night there was
saw,
some
it's
pretty
more-
active weather. Pizza was
from what
showing
I
me.
saw, it's further up from where I am.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot more
From
north.
what I've heard about, it looks like we're gonna have this weather on Friday, which is mostly gonna be like rain, hail, and wind, but with a very slight chance there might be a couple tornadoes. And tomorrow, it's mostly just gonna be heavy rain, and Sunday there's another chance for severe weather that has potential, could be worse. Such as maybe that's the one I'm most worried about.
Wow, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, though, Rin. You aren't wrong.
Rin?
Just had a connection.
I heard you say Rin. What?
You said Ren.
Oh, I was saying true, Rin. I was saying Rin to that. That's all.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, she
Rin made it
text,
close, and I
put something in
was
text
wrong, yeah.
chat.
Oh, sorry.
Also,
I can't see it the second because of the game.
Well,
Also,
you said it right after what I said, and I thought you were talking to me for a second.
Oh no!
Yeah, the timing on Evans, you did.
Yeah,
It sounded like he was responding to you. I caught that too. But then when he said Ren, I was like, oh, Ren must have posted something. Let me look.
By the way, Dusty, just for clarification, I have seen your message. I just haven't had a chance to reply to it. But I want you to know from me, I have seen it, and I will reply to it.
And same actually with me, Dusty. You had sent me something regarding the Minecraft stuff, and I actually completely agreed with you. I ran out to go work, and I just haven't had a chance to respond to you, but I will. Because I actually understood exactly what you were saying about the.
You know, Circuit, you'll never be unacknowledged. Although sometimes you will not always get a reply immediately from me, and that
You're just digging a hole. This is what my dad would say. You're digging a hole you cannot climb out of.
Yeah, it's alright.
I did that a lot as a kid. I heard that phrase quite a bit. You're digging a hole you cannot climb out of.
Oh, I dig holes because I want to see how deep the hole can be. It's an experiment.
Before you blow up the hole or kill the hole.
Before the hole collapses on you and buries you and kills you.
You know, that's
before
actually
I hit a
that
gas
happens
main
at.
and then I'll blow up.
You know, that's a problem at beaches. Actually, kids dig a deep hole and it collapses on them and they get stuck in the sand. That's like a literal real problem.
It's kind of funny. Like as a kid in a lot of like movies I saw, quicksand was always like part of the problem. But like I still haven't died of quicksand, and I'm like 102.
No,
so.
you wouldn't. No, quicksand. It's not as bad as you think it is. You won't be able to get out, but you won't sink all the way. You'll go like halfway
I
up.
don't know what's worse.
You would be
The real
stuck.
death.
You wouldn't drown in it. You would.
The real danger.
I don't know what'd be worse though, drowning and dying right away, or like being stuck and then starving to death.
The real danger are those silos where like you drown in like literal like I don't know if it's it grain.
No,
or
we used to
seed?
play in those as a kid. They have like corn feed in them. Or at least my granddad's had corn feed, and we would as kids we would climb the ladder to go up the top, and then we would drop in, and then me and my cousin would like throw like corn feed at each other. And then, like, sometimes you would go down. Like, you would literally go down, and one of us would have to pull the other one up, like quicksand. We used to pretend it was quicksand.
There are people who actually drown in that. Like, that's an actual
Oh,
thing.
shit. We used to play that as kids. We used to also, we used to taunt the alligators, too, though, by throwing rocks at them.
I just want to put in, not just kids, animals die a lot in those sea things, like birds, for example.
Yeah.
They will eat, and they won't notice they're falling into a hole and they die. Like, into the seed.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, it's
poor things.
Look, I don't know the exact metric. I don't think it's like super common, but yeah, like there are a lot of farmers every year who like drown in those silos because
Well,
they're
we
so
used to
deep
play in them and
there's
jump in them
nothing
on
they can-
purpose. We also used to ride on the tailgate of the truck, and we thought it was funny when Granddaddy would knock us off the truck into the street, so...
Actually,
Yeah,
that's bad.
Literally,
You guys
and on top of it, we used to, for fun, throw rocks at the alligators, and then we would run away when the alligators would start coming towards us.
Yeah, you guys-
Bad,
So, I had a different childhood than y'all. We didn't have seatbelts back then.
yeah.
We had
Yeah,
blow darts,
that's
okay?
awful.
Blow darts for fun.
Actually, my brother was playing with darts.
This is a different world.
A year or two ago. There's a bunch of
Yeah,
holes
the
all-
process. The process is called grain entrapment. That's the exact name for it, and it's hang on. There were 31 deaths in 2010
Wow.
from that exact issue. Yeah, it's not common, but yeah, it's known to happen. Like it's because there's nothing to support you. There's nothing you can like you can touch, and like you can't swim in grain. You just sort of sink in it, which is the entire fun of jumping in it, obviously. But it also backfires if you fall in or there's too much of it that you can't, like stand up. So yeah, it's a tough one. I first learnt about that from watching a movie called A Quiet Place. Have any of you seen that movie?
Yes.
So fucking good. See, the kids nearly drown in that. Like the kids are literally in a silo.
I didn't remember that scene though. I just remember them
Yeah.
having to be so quiet because they're like,
Yeah.
they
A
didn't want
Quiet
to
Place-
attract the monster.
A Quiet Place is a remarkable movie.
Yeah.
It was
Wait,
really good.
So
That's
about like that stuff I DM'd you about, Blue, what did you really have to say about it, or?
Well, the only thing, I mean, I'll be kind of a little bit careful what I say here, but basically is, you know what, I'm a big believer in you play Minecraft how you want to play Minecraft. And you know that because I've told you that before. I see it a lot like I do see it sometimes like Legos, and you know, you can be the type of person to only build what's on the box. You can be the type of person to dump out the Legos and creatively build what you want. There's no wrong way to Lego, and there's really no wrong way to Minecraft. There's, you know, different ways of doing it. Some people are into automation. Some people despise automation. There's no right or wrong, and I don't think anyone should ever be shamed on how they enjoy the game, because it is a game, and it's a sandbox game to where, you know, you can play a whole different bunch of styles and ways, and I'm just not a big believer in the shaming of people, and that person was doing that.
I just want to get this out of the way. I 100% completely understand that there's a lot more to Minecraft than just redstone, but that's just how I like to play it.
Well, and that's what it comes down to. If you're not enjoying a game or having fun with it because there's a way you can play it, but you've now been shamed into it or whatever, you're not going to play the game. I'm a big believer in play the game how you want. I collect Pokemon cards, but I don't play in real life TCG. And some people will say, well, then why do you collect the cards? Well, I enjoy collecting the cards. Like, it's okay that I enjoy the same game differently than you do. We're both having fun. Why are you shitting on me, you know? That's kind of how I feel. If we ready up, we can play again real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one more before I need to head out.
Yeah, I gotta get. Knowing because of the stream and all that, I'm gonna have to be like one more and then out too because of that. So.
But seriously, people in beaches do have problems with like kids digging a hole and then the hole collapses on them. That's
Oh man, as a kid, I used to like to do that too. I used to like to keep just my head out. I like the pressure.
It's no, not like burying yourself. It's saying like digging a giant deep hole. Like
who does that? Just people, kids?
Yes, they do it, and then the hole collapses and they drown in sand. So.
And I'd be like, well, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh, you
Sorry.
wouldn't.
I know it sounds so terrible.
Be surprised how much, especially in this modern world,
Evan.
like no people have common sense anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Nen the other day, because we saw a sign, and I can't remember what this sign said, but it was like, so duh, like don't put a metal knife in an electrical socket. Like it was something like that. And I told Nen, I said, you realize the reason for the sign is because somebody did it. Like they wouldn't have had to make this sign if it wasn't for the fact that somebody did it. Somebody was dumb. And now we have dumb laws and rules. So.
It's the same as do not drink labels on bleach. Like obviously no sane person.
Oh dang. Okay. Whenever you get back, Loki. Sorry, I'm usually the last one back.
no sane person is gonna look at a
hey, it's bleach. I wonder what this tastes like. Oh, good thing there's a warning label telling me not to drink it. Yeah, you're right. But for legal reasons, they have to put this stuff. Yeah.
I do believe that, like, as somebody who's quite strong on this, I do believe that, like, every country or every, like, government should try and do as much as they can to warn or protect their citizens, even if that means, like, trade rules. Like, you have to put warning labels on this. But there are certain instances where I'm like, dude, get those labels off. Let these people die so that we have less of them in the world. Like, we don't need... Do we really need...
They're probably going to procreate! Hurry, stop them!
Yeah, like
that sounds terrible.
I say this for my grandfather said this to me a lot growing up as a kid, and I swear by it. He used to tell me this all the time. He used to say, the problem with stupid people is, number one, they drive, number two, they vote, and number three, they breed.
Yeah.
It's true.
And that's the worst one. Everything else is bad enough, but the fact that they breed is the even worse problem.
You know,
I've seen some smart people come from some pretty stupid people, though, somehow or another.
Yeah, well, that is also true, yes.
Yeah. Actually, I almost choked last night in my sleep somehow.
Oh, no.
speaking of stupid,
I've also seen two incredibly smart people produce a really dumb person, and I'm like, how, like,
So how?
you guys are both PhD like doctors, like,
But
how your child cannot tie a
Also-
shoe.
how does one choke in their sleep if there's nothing in
Oh,
their
I choke in my sleep sometimes, and I don't know how. I just wake up in the middle of choking, and it scares me.
I used to when I was.
Remember, you do. I just want to say with magic. You do also. You still have saliva. You could choke on your own saliva in your sleep.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's a very common thing of like choking.
When I was
That's
younger,
possible.
I used to get sleep paralysis a lot, and one of the
Ugh,
types that I used to
same.
get was one of the ones I used to get all the time was one where I couldn't breathe. Like I in my dream, I could not breathe, and I literally felt like I was suffocating. And it's I learned that like what happens is I sort of my body sort of wakes up before like the rest of me does, so I am breathing, but the sensations that tell me I'm actually breathing, don't worry, are not yet awake. So there's no sensation that I'm breathing, and I can feel myself breathing. So I feel as though I'm choking when I'm actually not.
I get sleep paralysis, but mine's different. Mine's like
Yeah.
I'm awake and I'm
yeah.
scared and I'm terrified and I cannot move. Like I'm literally paralyzed.
I
But
used
my
to get
brain is
the-
fully awake. I think magic
I-
gets it how I get it.
I used to get
it
regular
hasn't
sleep
happened in a
paralysis
while.
too when I was younger.
It hasn't happened to me in a while.
Oh,
Also,
I
my-
still to this day get it. It's
Also,
so
my-
I hate it. I just lay there frightened
Also,
for
I
I
like
haven't had it.
10
I haven't
minutes
had it.
until my body comes
Yeah.
back.
Also, I think one of my teachers that passed away is haunting me in my dreams.
The one that wouldn't allow you to go into the gifted
Yes,
area very much.
The past few nights, she's been appearing in my dream, and every time she appears in my dream, I feel I am more. It feels more realistic than usual. It feels like really realistic, like I can feel and touch stuff. For some reason, every time she shows up, it's more realistic, and it's honestly annoying.
Just tell her, I'm sorry, can you go haunt someone else? Like, you were a shithead to me in life. Do we have to still do this? Or I'm gonna come back and haunt you, or your children, or your grandchildren. Bet.
I
will ruin your dead life if you don't leave me alone.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Can you haunt a ghost? How do I Google that? How do I haunt a ghost? Like,
I think that would be called astral projection. If you
it would. Well, I don't even know. Can you? I don't know that. No, I know astral projection doesn't necessarily mean that you can see ghosts, though.
There's a theory that if you could astral project into the afterlife.
Oh, I see. Wow, that would be like, holy shit, that scared the hell out of me, if we're being honest.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Is that strange? Is that strange figure at night?
Oh, you gonna talk about it?
Yeah. When I never.
You guys are in for
I
a
don't
story.
believe-
Everybody, be quiet.
It's not that exciting, but I'll explain it.
Very exciting.
Oh my god, you are such a sucker. So I don't believe in anything supernatural remotely. I don't believe in the Testament. I don't believe in anything people say about supernatural. My immediate explanation is always, it's probably that. It was probably
There's
the
a
way
reason.
that, like,
Yeah.
there's a light fixture that went wrong or something, or oh, it was probably just your eyes, or maybe you were very sleepy and you just saw it. Like, I always explain things very logically. However, one particular night, I was walking home from my workplace, the same way I always go, and I was going up the steps back to my house. Like, not in my house. So I live, like, a little high up in my town, so there's, like, a set of stairs that I have to climb up at night to get to where my house is. So it's, like, a few little steps of steps. And as I was going up the steps, I started getting this flash of, like, this sort of, like, ghostly black figure with white eyes, which was very weird. And it persisted for about 5 seconds before it sort of flashed away. Then and as I got closer and closer to the top of the step, it just kept flashing and appearing. And then it went away. Like, after I climbed the top of the stairs, it went away. I sort of stood there for a few seconds, like, looking around. I was like, what the fuck? That was weird. And then for like so every week, every Wednesday night when I would walk home,
it was Wednesdays.
I would always see the same fucking weird, like, mysterious figure. Same exact place, same exact brief flashes. There was one particular night where I actually had it even before I reached the stairs. It happened like
He
long
did
before.
change.
Yeah, and it was
And you
very weird.
somewhat interacted, if I remember right. Or you
At
tried to.
Yes, at Blue's sort of suggestion, I tried to speak to this strange thing I was seeing. Yeah, and nothing ever came of it. And yeah, then anyway, it kind of just stopped happening, and now, like, all this time later, it still hasn't come back. So very weird phenomenon. And like I said, I don't believe in the supernatural or anything like that, but it was a very, it did sort of.
But
it
you
definitely did
cannot
challenge.
explain that.
Evan,
can't
are you
explain
saying
that.
it was observing you?
It was. It was.
Well, too,
observing me.
and you had just
I
had
learned
someone
from
in
that.
town, a local die, like right
The
around
local
there.
died. The local
And-
died like after I first saw it, but it was around. But
Yeah.
yes, it was.
And
Yeah.
so we were even wondering, like, is it just a residual energy of, Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I was so excited. Every Wednesday, I'd get so excited to hear Evan. Like, I'd be like, "Did you see him today? Did you see him? Like, how'd it go?"
Yeah.
I haven't had
Blue
like
sort of
ghost,
autism now over it.
I haven't had like ghost stuff happen, but I have
'cause I've
woken
seen
up
ghosts,
and
yeah.
I see and hear a dog on my bed, or like something that looks like a demon
Oh
roaming.
my
my
god,
room.
ghost dogs are the best.
I don't know. It looks like a
Unless it's a demon.
It was either a dog or a demon. It was either a
Let's
dog.
go with dog. Demon sounds so demonish, but yeah, I mean, and we're not playing
Well,
Asgard.
if you look into
That was funny
when you
yesterday.
look into demons, they're only categorized as bad because they're not necessarily bad. They're just called demons because that's what they're called. Just because
I don't
they're
know.
called-
I watched Free Ren, and yeah, they
that's
were
in
bad
the-
dudes.
That's
I know.
anime.
I'm just teasing.
In real
I'm just
life,
teasing.
in real
Anime.
life, demons are called demons because to like someone with religions saying they're trying to put bad blame on other deities or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I do believe in ghosts because I've had so many experiences like that, like kind of like Evans, that have no rhyme or reason or explanation, or that just literally doesn't make sense. And being I'm autistic, I'm also very, very black and white, and like, nope, I have to see it to believe it. If you just told me about a ghost, I would be very much like Evan is, which is like, sure you did.
Yeah.
But being, but seeing something, it's like, now I'm the crazy one. Now I'm the one that's like, I saw something and I have no way to explain this. I also do like the science side behind it. And believe it or not, you can take, ghost hunting and like ghost stuff and make it very scientific, which I thought, which is really, really cool. When you're looking at things like energy, radiation, there's just like so much there's just so much like it's just insane. And like for me, it's just like again, before having experiences, I was very much the same. Nin is that way. Nin's very anti-ghost. He doesn't believe in it. And Riley and I are like, literally, we both have seen the same thing. Like, we can validate each other what we've seen, but
I don't
yeah.
necessarily need to see it to believe in it. Honestly,
Ooh, interesting.
I'm like if I'm not gonna deny anything. Like I'm not necessarily gonna believe it, but I'm not gonna deny it. Like I can't. I'm not gonna say that nothing's not. That's kind of how I go with everything. Unless there's proof denying it, I'm not gonna deny it.
See, and I'm more of you have to prove it's real. My brain is very scientific, science driven, and if it can't be proved, it's not real. I think quite a few of us are kind of like that, and because it's a very classic kind of autism-y, black and white.
I'm more the person to prove it's not real. Like I don't want it to know. I don't.
But you also like magical things and a lot of like pretend, like I don't know what you call it, pretend or imagination. See, I don't really have an imagination. I can't imagine something I have not already seen.
That does play a role because I like.
Yeah, so I think you're able to do that, and I just can't do that. Is the problem?
I like to believe more in the supernatural things like fae and like I like that stuff.
Yeah,
so
see, I know those things aren't real. I wish they were real, but like, yeah, my brain would never allow me to believe that. But then again, I used to not believe in ghosts, and here we are. So
tell that to the Irish who have fays or whatever.
I love that about them, if we're being honest. Like,
yeah, the fairy forest. There's a fairy forest and all that kind of stuff. Also, there's a thing you're supposed to not give a fairy your name because apparently to them, like if you give them your name, they can curse you or whatever or something like that.
I thought you're not supposed to invite a vampire into your house, man. There's too many rules with the supernatural.
I will say with names magic and when it comes to fairies and things, names have weight. The same way a lot of mythologies, in a lot of things, your name has a lot of weight.
A lot of things.
It's that way in witchcraft too.
No, I know. I know that. Like a lot of mythology and stuff, names have weight. Like they're tied to your soul. And
you ever go to your friend's house and your name is in a piece of ice in their freezer? Yeah.
Anyway, hi.
I probably should go home.
Yeah, but also, though I have, but again, I have seen like hallucinations while I've woken up from bed. Like I said, a dog looking, mixed kind of dog looking thing, a person, a few different things. But
it's hard. You have a really good imagination, so for me it'd be hard if I were you to know, like, you know, what am I seeing versus my imagination.
It disappears whenever I shine a light on it. It disappears once I shine a light on it. Once I shine my flashlight from my phone, it disappears. And that's what I always do. I always shine my flashlight on it, and then just disappears. I try not to worry about it.
Yeah, sometimes I yell at nothing because, like, I have these night terrors sometimes, and sometimes I end up panicking. Sometimes I just yell at the thing because, like, it's the middle of the night. I thought it was a cat sneaking into my bedroom.
I have night terrors. In fact, I've been up since 4:15 this morning, and it's because I had a night terror, and then I had a headache, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So.
My mom's friends believe in ghosts, I think, because they saw a demon once at the funeral home.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, your mom works at a funeral home. Man, that's got to be so trippy.
Yeah. Though it wasn't her funeral home. I don't think she's seen anything at her funeral home, but there's another funeral home her friend worked at that she saw, like, something sucking out a demon sucking stuff out of a dead body or something.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
that's a little heavy. We should probably not. I don't want anyone to have nightmares.
Yeah.
It's a little on the heavy side.
Sorry.
I can only imagine the stories that they come up with just from the stuff that they see, you know, like being that they do work at a funeral home.
Yeah,
so.
sorry, I didn't mean.
It's okay. I was just like, well, that's a little too far. I like Evan's little happy goes. He's just chill, you know. He comes in on Wednesdays and says hi to Evan. Yeah, he's just chilling.
Turning off the powers out. That's not good.
See, this is where people like myself or Evan would have said, well, it's clearly due to an electrical circuit, current, something, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I don't try to judge on it because I've seen things I just cannot explain. So I just say, well, it's what is, you know. I just be like, oh, thank you for turning the light on. Can you turn it back off now? That's usually what I would say, like, when something like that happens.
You know, lately, I've been having the issue where my dream tricks me into thinking I'm dead.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it tricks me into thinking I'm dead.
I've died in my dreams before. I know people say you can't die in your dreams or you die in real life, but that's just a myth. Like, that's a total myth.
No, it keeps, like, convincing me, like, I'm in the afterlife, and I'm like, no.
I wake up just before.
You have more of imagination, even in your dreams, than I have in one pinky of my... I cannot imagine things that, even in my dreams, I can't see things I haven't seen before,
The only problem with it is it's usually in a grocery store. No matter what it is, it's either in a school, grocery store, or somewhere I've been before. It's always involving a grocery store for some stupid reason.
You must feel safe in grocery stores.
I don't feel safe in grocery store. I don't know why it's not always the same one. Sometimes it's Walmart, sometimes it's another one I've been to. Sometimes it's a weird combination.
Are you hungry maybe in your sleep?
I don't know. It's random. And also swamp. It's always swamp.
I always dream of like when I dream of like when I have like nightmares and things like that, it's usually in places like real places. Like I can't imagine somewhere that I haven't been. So
yeah, that's kind of how it is.
I'm feeling a bit. I don't know if it's like the.
It's somewhere I've always been, like a swamp. I've been to a swamp, or a grocery store. I've been to a grocery store.
His dreams. You moved into a house. Wait, hold on. What? Okay, so Allie, we talk so much dreams sometimes, like in birthday. So. Yeah. I always have a recurring dream of a house that I have dreamed about this house since I was a very little kid. And I can tell you every room, I can tell you everything in it, and I've never seen this house in real life. So yeah, so is this like a dream? Like, have you had this dream before about a house? Were there things in the house you recognized? Did the house feel like home to you, or did it feel like a stranger place? I love house dreams. I'm one of those people too that I do believe your dreams kind of like, you know, in some way, like
linked to your person.
Yeah, like somehow, that's something you're trying to tell yourself or something.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if it's linked. Before I go, one thing that I'm dealing with right now, it's quite strange. I feel a bit sick right now, like a bit like under the weather, and I don't know if it's because of like the pain linked to my foot or whatever, but like I feel like more weak, like more fatigued.
Well, yeah,
like,
because
I usually do when I feel
your
like
body
cold coming on.
I forget you don't get injured very often, but that is kind of a common thing because your body is right now trying to heal itself. It's sending out all the troops to those inflamed areas and tendons and bones and everything that you probably broke. And so your body's using all of its resources on that. So even things like having conversations like this can cause you to feel incredibly drained or like not feel well because your body can't balance between trying to heal yourself, stop the pain because you're in pain, versus versus like just normal Evan. So yeah, it's cool that you can recognize that. I'm not very good at recognizing it.
So Evan got hurt.
Right, I need to head out.
He hurt his foot.
Back
Yeah, he hurt his foot yesterday.
I badly hurt my foot. I need to. My grandmother's calling me. I need to head out. I will be back soon, and then Blue, just let me know when we can do that thing.
Yeah, I'm just messaging my dad right now saying I'm ready to
start.
So
Do my outro, then you can leave.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you all for watching. It's been me, Dusty Circuit here with some more Fortnite with Skade. If you liked what you saw, remember leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see my next video, just sure hit the bell for notifications. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out. Ring, 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 ring.